Mga brado, nasa racetrack tayo. Nakaporma pa ako, no? So, alam di ba, saktong-sakto dahil nasa racetrack tayo, dapat yan pang racetrack din ng motor. Eto, sakto sa atin. Eto na yung bagong Yamaha R15M. This is, I believe, the fourth version na ng R15 na talaga namang maraming nag-aabang dito sa Pinoy. Kasi we've seen this launched in other Asian countries. Ngayon, titingnan natin ano nga bang meron kay R15M na wala sa mga previous versions ng R15. Siyempre, unahin natin yung forma. Pagdating sa looks, meron tayong dalawang version nito. We have the standard one priced at 189,500 and the MotoGP version priced at 193,500. Right off the bat, makikita mo na agad na ibang body composition nito versus the version or the previous versions of the R15. In front, napakatapang ng daytime running lights, futuristic projector lamps, and the aerodynamic windshield really speaks speed for this bike. You will also see the gold forks adding premium looks on the bike, and full-fared ang motor na to. It has minimal decals mga brother except for the Yamaha and R15M branding, pero napaka-aggressive na mga lines nito na talagang it will stand out. Overall, this is an aggressive looking, beautiful bike na talaga namang pagtitinginan sa kalsada. Maangas yung forma. Siyempre, maangas yung looks na ito eh. Tingnan natin gaano nga ba kaangas yung makina. For the engine, what we have is 155cc, single-cylinder, single overhead cam, 4-valve, fuel-injected with 6-speed gearbox. It can generate a power of 14.2 kilowatts at 10,000 RPM and 14.7 Newton meters worth of torque at 8,500 RPM. This is already equipped with VVA or yung tinatawag na variable valve actuation. VVA actually gives you the torque at lower speeds at saka power naman on higher speeds. When it comes to the power of the bike, you know that it has something to prove. Kumbaga gusto niyang kumawala. But given that medyo alali lang tayo when we first tried it, very limited time lang tayo sa track, hindi ko pa ma-assess talaga kumusta nga ba ang full power neto. But given the opportunity, once we take this bike out, i-share ko sa inyo mga brother, isasagad natin ang pag-test ng power kay R15M. Punta naman tayo sa brakes ng R15M. Right at the front, we have a 282 hydraulic disc brake and 220 hydraulic disc brake naman sa likod. What's good is both front and rear are already ABS equipped. You don't have the option to turn the ABS off, ensuring safety feature on the bike all the time. You take note that the previous versions of the R15 mga brother, walang ABS version yan. For the suspension, swabe ang suspension nito because what we have in front are KYB upside down telescopic fork. Plus point na yan na branded ang fork at KYB and upside down fork na siya. So that speaks of performance, especially on the racetrack, because kapag upside down fork yan, mas may capacity yung fork mo or yung front suspension mo mag-absorb whenever you're doing your turns and your aggressive banking at saka yung aggressive engine brake mo, mas may capability at capacity yung shocks mo to absorb those types of performance. Over at the rear, what we have is ring-type monocross suspension. It has bigger allowance pagdating dun sa wheels niya. Ngayon mga brother, I tested this on track and for me, it's not enough for me to be able to assess kung kumusta nga ba ang play ng suspension na to, especially for daily rides. But abangan nyo, given the opportunity to take this bike outside and in the real world, bibigyan ko kayo ng feedback dyan. Punta naman tayo sa wheels and tires na ito mga brother. Sa harap, what we have is 180 by 17 and sa likod naman meron tayong 140, 70, and 17, both of which are tubeless tires. idagdag mo pa yung cast aluminum wheels nito, so okay na okay pagdating sa forma and handles. On my turn sa track, makapit yung mga goma nito. It really just gives you that confidence on your turns, knowing na hindi bibitaw yung gulong mo. Jump pack sa features ng bike na to, and this is where we see a lot of difference versus the previous versions ng R15. First, unahin natin si digital LCD. May makita ka na dyang shift timing indicator. It just flags you if kailangan mo na mag-gear shift. May kita mo rin yung street or racing mode with lap time na rin yan. And it also has that quick shifter indicator na pag-uusapan natin mamaya. Projector type ng headlight nito. So, medyo discreet kasi yung pagkakalagay. Nakalubog siya eh. It adds forma. But again, we will have to try this outside. At kapag matry natin yan, lalong-lalo na pag nagra-ride tayo sa gabi, that's the time that we can give you feedback and accurate feedback kung okay nga ba ang ilaw na yan. It also features a combined engine kill switch and start button na rin mga brother. And it also houses a traction control system. For the TCS, you have the option to turn this off, lalong-lalo na if gusto mong laruin ang bike na to inside the racetrack. This is another feature that's added into this version of the R15M na wala sa mga previous versions ng R15. Etong version na to, meron na rin tong assist and sleeper clutch, pero it also has a quick shifter. Ang quick shifter mga brother is it lets you shift up without even using your clutch. So clutchless shifting ng gear. Ang magagawa niyan is it will help you control or rather manage yung impact ng pagkambyo mo dun sa acceleration mo. If you shift up ng walang clutch, it prevents loss of acceleration. This is actually a huge lift, especially if you're speeding up. And take note mga brother, the quick shift only applies when you are shifting up. This version also has the Y-Connect. So if you're wondering kung paano nga ba ginagamit at para saan ang version na yan or ang feature na yan, you may check out yung previous videos natin regarding the NMAX version 2 and the Aerox version 2 as well. Diniscuss natin yan in detail. For the gas tank, it can house 11 liters, so very decent na rin. It also has a muffler or a sporty type looking muffler with catalytic converter, so Euro standard compliant na rin yan. Okay mga brother, syempre para may reference kayo, kumusta ang seat nito, gaano kataas, and syempre in riding position, you may use me as a reference sa mga bago pa lang sa channel ko. I am 5'10" in height, so tara, sakin natin to. So right off the bat, may kita natin, flat-footed ako, again, at least for my height, at saka narrow din yung seats nito, so hindi ka masyadong may hirapan to reach the ground. So additional security yun, lalo na kung hindi ka pa ganun katagal sa pagmumotor. Yung handlebar nito, this is lower, kasi nga sporty type to, so asahan mo na aggressive yung position mo dito. And then for the feet position, ito yung stance niya. This is not the standard one. Tsaka isa pa, ayan, meron kang tank grip dito kasi importante yun. When you're riding this one, medyo nakayuko ka. Pero hindi naman ito yung sobrang sporty type na sobrang nakayuko ka tas naka-hyperextend. Pwede rin to sa street riding conditions kasi hindi ganun kayuko at hindi ganun ka-aggressive yung position for this bike. So, you can either go for chill stance, yung ganito lang, di ba? Or kung medyo magra-racing ka, katulad ngayon, nasa racetrack tayo, pwede kang tumupi ng konti ng ganyan para at least yung aerodynamics ma-maximize mo, no? Ang napansin ko rin for this one is the handlebars. Usually kasi mas naka-extend siya eh. So, hindi siya ganun kahirap i-maneuver when it comes to turning the bike. So, another advantage yun for this motorcycle. Yeah. Alright, so for this bike, nagustuhan natin, sporty stance, guwapo, talagang bago sa looks, and versus the previous version, marami ng mga na-add na features dito that can definitely be an advantage for you. Ano sa tingin mo mga brother? At this price point, sulit nga ba yung bike na to? Ikaw makakapagsabi niyan. Again, there's no perfect bike, but there's always a perfect bike for you. Ito si Motor 91 mga brother. Again, don't forget to follow our YouTube page, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram para sa lahat ng mga motorcycle news, reviews, and updates. See you in our next video.